We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. Spying accusations against Harford County Executive Bob Casserly are taking center stage today. The expected announcement from the Harford County State's Attorney. Parents and students in Howard County continuing to deal with delayed buses. Coming up, the latest on the push to get things back on track. And we are hearing more calls for change as Baltimore continues to deal with a juvenile crime issue. The local sheriff now weighing in on the issue. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. We begin with breaking news right now. We are awaiting an update from the Harford County State's Attorney, who is set to make an announcement regarding the spying accusations against County Executive Bob Casserly. You see them setting up there live right now. Now, this announcement is scheduled for 11 o'clock, and as soon as it begins, we will bring it to you live. We're also following breaking news. 5 American citizens are on their way home after being freed as part of a prisoner swap with Iran. Now, the White House says the 5 are on a plane and they're headed home. In exchange, President Biden has signed off on the release of 5 Iranians held in the U.S., as well as handing Iran $6 billion in frozen funds. It's a move that critics say is nothing short of a ransom payment.
They are so naive, and I got briefed verbally on some of this, is a hostage swap for $6 billion. They don't know how to do hostage negotiations.
Well, the White House bristles at the notion that this is a ransom payment, saying Iran can only use the funds for humanitarian purposes. Also breaking right now, Hunter Biden is suing the Internal Revenue Service. The president's son said the IRS unlawfully disclosed his tax return information and agents failed to protect his private records. The lawsuit centers around disclosures made by 2 agents and their lawyers in public statements, congressional testimony, and interviews. Biden is seeking all documents involved, $1,000 for each unauthorized disclosure, and attorney fees. We are expecting to learn new details today about the Cockeysville man accused of shooting 2 Baltimore County police officers during a days-long manhunt earlier this year. David Linthicum is in court right now for a discovery hearing. You'll recall the 24-year-old was the focus of an intense manhunt. Over the course of 2 days, 2 officers were shot. Linthicum was eventually taken into custody in neighboring Harford County. Now, as it stands right now, Linthicum is set to stand trial in November. All right, back now to that breaking news out of Harford County. The state's attorney's office planning to take legal action. Let's listen in.
Correspondence that simply cannot be ignored for any period of time, let alone the extended period of time we are facing. At this time, Mr. Casserly's county attorney, Jefferson Blomquist, is refusing to provide access to this important information to which I am entitled in retaliation for my referral of a recent investigation into their conduct, an action which Mr. Casserly himself endorsed just this morning. I attempted to resolve the issue professionally, but I have been ignored. Our inability to have access to these vital communications will interfere with and without question prevent my office from completing numerous vital functions. Prior to Mr. Casserly taking office, multiple agencies under independent elected officials have been able to maintain and operate their technology on the Harford County server without issue or interference. This can only be accomplished when our elected officials are acting and making decisions ethically and professionally. Unfortunately, this is no longer occurring. As a result, the Harford County State's Attorney's Office is forced to seek an emergency budget amendment to fund an independent data server to ensure that the county administration no longer can access the State's Attorney's Office's confidential and privileged information, nor ever again hold hostage my own office's official electronic data and information. Early estimates project the cost for full network independence to be in the millions of dollars. It is a travesty that I am required to request funding further burdening the citizens' tax dollars due to the retaliatory and immature decisions of leaders whose offices require and you expect to serve the best interests of our community. In addition, I will be taking legal action requesting that the court order Mr. Casserly and his administration to provide me access to my office's own data. It is important to state that additional tax dollars and resources will be spent on lawyers and legal fees defending the Casserly administration against his display of political gamesmanship. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I am imploring Mr. Casserly, his Director of Administration, Robert McCord, and County Attorney Jefferson Blomquist to re-examine their administration's deliberate and retaliatory stonewalling of the operation of the state's attorney's office. More importantly, I, as your state's attorney, want to state publicly that I will not be bullied or retaliated against for making the ethical decision in referring an investigation to the Office of the State Prosecutor for independent review. That matter that led to the Casserly administration's retaliation against my office was outside of my jurisdiction and presented an inherent conflict of interest, which as attorneys, Mr. Casserly, Mr. McCord, and Mr. Blomquist know. As state's attorneys, it is essential that I always do the right thing. Based on Mr. Blomquist's response to my routine request, the Casserly administration believes I should have made a prosecutorial determination to their political benefit, even though it would have been unethical and an abandonment of my oath of office. I will never stray from the ethical choice in any situation, no matter how difficult it is. Our citizens deserve better than the Casserly administration's actions and decisions in harming the functions of the state's attorney's office by holding our office communications hostage as an act of retaliation against me. My office is responsible, along with our law enforcement partners, for protecting our community. The Casserly administration's actions violate his supposed commitment to public safety and deliberately and maliciously disrupt the essential operations of my office. This type of political malevolence distracts resources in my office away from our primary responsibility of holding offenders accountable for their criminal acts. Our community is entitled to be informed of this, and I urge you to contact Mr. Casserly to express your feelings and your county council person to vote for the emergency funding to take my office's electronic data away from the Casserly administration. Rest assured, however, that no matter what retaliatory roadblocks the county executive and his administration send my way, I will do whatever is necessary to ensure that our offenders continue to be held accountable for their crimes and that the Harford County State's Attorney's Office continues to lead the way in being tough on crime in Maryland. Thank you. I will now take any questions.
How much is the emergency budget request for?
We are putting together a comprehensive amendment at this point, but it is predicted to be in the millions of dollars because we will have to get independent servers, internet, shared drives, emails, etc. So we don't have an exact number because unfortunately we didn't anticipate this occurring, but at this point that's the projection.
And how is this impacting any cases for your office right now?
Other than distracting our employees from doing their jobs and making us stand here before you today instead of prosecuting criminals, I would say it's not going to directly impact the prosecution of cases, but it certainly is taking our resources and focus away from where it should be.
You mentioned several times political, although from what I can tell you, it's not party political, it's some sort of internal political politics within the county. So what do you want Harford County citizens to know so they don't just dismiss this as some like inside baseball thing? How will this actually affect their everyday lives?
So as I stated, all of these correspondences that are coming to this mailbox include our invoices, our operations every day, invoices, contracts, grant funding, things of that nature. I want, quite frankly, this to not be any part of politics. This has to do with our office needs to function as it does every day, and we need access to those communications that are coming directly to our office in order for us to function every day.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
This has, in my experience, I have never heard of anything like the technology problems that have been occurring in Harford County happening any time prior than the current administration.
And this is really awkward, but
All right, we're going to continue to stream this announcement and her answer to questions on our website. You can continue to watch it live on foxbaltimore.com. And Fox 45 News has been covering this story from the very beginning. You can find all of our past reporting on our website, and we'll have a deeper dive into what comes next coming up on Fox 45 News at 4. Well, trending now, Baltimore sports are coming in hot. The Orioles beat the Rays and are headed to the playoffs for the first time in 7 years. The Ravens are starting their season strong. Their win over the Bengals yesterday put them at 2-0. Good time for Baltimore sports. All right, taking a look now at your social stream. 9 juveniles who escaped from a detention center in Pennsylvania are back in custody. Police say the 9 teens fled the Abraxas Academy in Morgantown after a riot broke out at the facility Sunday evening. The facility is about 15 miles west of where escaped murderer Danilo Cavalcante was captured after being on the run for 2 weeks. Here is reaction to what's happening there. Paul says, what is it with Pennsylvania and prisoners escaping? Pennsylvania, we have a problem. Another one saying American prison system in shambles these days. Well, the U.S. military is searching for the wreckage of an F-35 fighter jet that crashed near Charleston, South Carolina. A jet similar to this one went down Sunday afternoon. The pilot ejected safely, and first responders took the pilot to a medical facility for treatment. There is no word on what caused the crash. The military is now asking the public for help in case someone spots the wreckage. A lot of reaction about this one. Jason saying, I can track my son's cell phone, but the U.S. military can't find an $85 million plane. I'm missing something. Another one saying they don't want anyone to be able to track it. Or Drew Barrymore says she is pausing the return of her daytime talk show until the Writers Guild strike is over. Barrymore received backlash after she announced last weekend the Drew Barrymore show would resume production and without WGA writers contributing to it. Barrymore says she has listened to everyone and made the decision to pause the show's premiere. Here's what you're saying about it. David says, we said it wasn't too late to do the right thing, and we meant it. Thank you, Drew Barrymore, for standing with us. Hashtag WGA strong. But then you've got Ben, who says, when people show you who they are, believe them. It's good she changed her mind, but sucks she ever considered this to begin with. Well, still ahead, a big change in D.C. Why the Senate is dropping the dress code for some. And topping local news, new calls for change as Baltimore continues to deal with the juvenile crime issue. The local sheriff who is now making his voice heard on the matter. And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo. Then at 1, it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. 11:13 now on Fox 45 News Midday. (11:14 now. We're back with a live look over Towson. A wet start to the work week, but things will dry out as the day goes on. Coming up, how long the dry spell lasts before rain moves back in. In a city in crisis, there are more calls for change as Baltimore continues to deal with a juvenile crime issue.
Unfortunately, the youth violence is where we are really suffering this year.
We hear from residents who know and feel and see every single day that there is an increase in youth violence.
Well, of the 7 people who were shot this weekend, 5 were juveniles. Friday night, 4 teens were shot in 2 separate double shootings. Then late Saturday night, a 16-year-old was shot in North Baltimore. A total of 96 young people have been shot this year in Baltimore, 13 of them killed. As Shannon Lilly shows us, now a new voice is joining the calls for change when it comes to the juvenile crime crisis.
Many of these sheriffs are voicing the same frustrations that we've already heard, that these new juvenile crime laws are tying their hands and emboldening the juvenile criminals. And that was a major topic of conversation as these sheriffs met for a game of golf yesterday. Take a listen to some of their observations.
Nowadays, there's definitely been an uptick in crimes related to armed robberies, carjackings. You know, I've been out on patrol many a times, and I've gotten the same reaction from juveniles over and over again, which is, well, I'm a juvenile, you can't do anything.
Just last week, you'll remember, lawmakers met for a hearing to go over juvenile crime laws in question. The Secretary of Juvenile Services, Vincent Schiraldi, telling lawmakers that juvenile crime is down across the state. But Cecil County Sheriff Scott Adams is calling that data flawed and misleading. Take a listen to those 2 different perspectives.
Nationally and in Maryland, as juvenile incarceration has declined, so has juvenile crime.
What's the data? Where are they pulling the numbers from to see this? Because in our communities, and this is not just mine, but across the state, we're seeing the communities are pretty upset about the rise in juvenile issue. Arrest data is a bad comparison because we can't arrest them anymore. So of course it's going to bring crime numbers down.
In fact, in Baltimore City alone, police data shows us that juveniles involved in shootings, whether as suspects or victims, is up 50% this year. Reporting from the Juvenile Justice Center, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Coming up later tonight at 4, battle brewing over the juvenile crime crisis across Maryland. We're pressing leaders on changes that need to happen to laws that are currently on the books. Carjackings and auto theft surging in Baltimore City. Fox 45 News is demanding solutions from your elected leaders. Plus, new developments out of Harford County surrounding the spying accusations. How the county councilman is responding. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:17 and now to today's talking point. The U.S. Senate will no longer enforce a dress code for its members. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has sent the directive to the Senate Sergeant at Arms. However, others that enter the Senate chamber must follow the dress code still, meaning coats and ties for men and business attire for women. The changes will allow for new looks, such as Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman, who has become known for signature hooded sweatshirts and gym shorts while on Capitol Hill. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now. What do you think? What do you think about that?
No, sir. As a man of a certain age, ain't nobody trying to see a man's bad body at this age. No, put on a suit and tie. John, put on a suit. Nobody wants to see all that. Shorts, no. Sweats, no, sir. You need a form to push all your flesh together and a tie to put a cherry on top.
Maybe for different reasons. I agree.
Nobody wants to see bad dad bodies in sweats.
I think as our elected officials, I want to see you dress the part. I don't know that it conveys the same confidence and seriousness of the nature of what is happening there for you to not be dressed appropriately.
And then he be wearing them off-brand sweatsuits, no tennis shoes matching, off socks are different. Sir, shave and put on a suit and tie.
So, and we pointed him out, but I mean, others could follow suit or others could do what they want. But then I also think it opens the door for now. So if you can wear T-shirts there, are you going to have T-shirts with slogans on them? Are you going to have T-shirts? I mean, I think you open a slippery slope when you allow that to be.
Nobody wants to see Chuck Schumer in some gray sweatpants. No one, including his wife.
All
Okay?
right.
Put a suit on.
We're going to move on.
I'm fired up about this.
I see. I'm going to move on, though. It is 11:20. It's a wet start to your work week, but things are drying out much better than the conditions those in Nova Scotia are dealing with post-Lee. We've got meteorologist Jasmine Lomax with a closer look.
We've been talking a lot about Lee that made landfall over Nova Scotia, and we saw some rough waves there and a little bit of storm surge. This is coming in from Herring Cove, just outside of Halifax, and you can see the waves and the damage all from Lee. Parts of Canada still dealing with some rain right now, and that's all part of the system that brought us rain this morning. So you may notice a couple of spotty showers over the next couple hours or so, but it looks pretty good for the afternoon. We'll have some more sunshine. We'll also enjoy a stretch of nice and dry days all the way through Friday. After that, we have our next chance for showers on Saturday and again on Sunday. This afternoon, our temperatures gradually rise to the upper 70s and the low 80s. We'll start to see more sunshine afternoon, and it could be a little breezy at times. That's something you may notice. Those wind gusts could get up to 20 miles per hour. Notice on the future scan close to noon, we're talking more sunshine. A few clouds and showers still linger along the eastern shore, but once we get to the evening, it looks great. We're talking mostly clear conditions, and overnight will remain pretty quiet. We start up tomorrow with cool temperatures in the 50s, but we wake up to sunshine, and by the afternoon, we're still talking plenty of sunshine around the state. We'll have low humidity for a gorgeous day if you have any yard work to do. Tomorrow is the day to get it done. We'll also enjoy a nice and dry pattern on Wednesday, Thursday, and again on Friday. It's not until Saturday when we have our next chance for showers, and we're also talking a few spotty showers on Sunday. Meanwhile, we're keeping watch on 3 areas in the Atlantic Basin. There's a wave that's expected to emerge off the coast of Africa. It has a high chance of formation over the next 7 days. We're also watching Hurricane Nigel, which is expected to strengthen into a major hurricane, staying away from the U.S. And then another area closer to us has a low chance of formation over the next 7 days. Meanwhile, here we are talking a drier afternoon, 80 for the high. 80 again on Tuesday with plenty of sunshine. The low 80s on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the last day of summer. And then for fall, temperatures start off in the 70s, and we have the chance for showers for the weekend. It looks mostly dry next week.
All right, Jasmine, thank you. Still ahead, Starbucks is ditching its signature cup when the coffee chain will debut a new look. And TikTok is being hit with a multi-million-dollar fine. How the social media site is being accused of breaking rules aimed at keeping kids safe online. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25. Don't miss this. TikTok, the social media giant, is getting fined by European regulators for mishandling children's data. The company has been fined 345 million euros. That's about 370 million US dollars for breaching privacy laws protecting children's personal data in the European Union. The commission also says TikTok violated default settings for children under 16, setting them to public. TikTok says it disagrees with the decision, but it will make updates for younger users. The pumpkin spice latte might be back, but Starbucks cups may soon go away. According to the Associated Press, the coffee chain is working to get rid of its disposable cups by 2030 and replace them with reusable ones. It is part of the company's 2020 Planet Positives initiative, in which they pledge to eventually move away from single-use packaging. The concept is already being tested at select locations where customers who don't bring their own cup are given a plastic one that can be later returned. Well, time now for your lunch break. It is National Cheeseburger Day. To help you celebrate, plenty of burger chains are offering deals. McDonald's has double cheeseburgers for 50 cents. Burger King is giving out free burgers for Royal Perks members making a purchase of $1 or more. And Wendy's is selling junior bacon cheeseburgers for just 1 cent. That's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Patrice, let me treat you to a $1 hamburger on me, okay? Now, when's the last time you thought about the Roman Empire? Well, we'll talk about that coming up on Be More Lifestyle next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark. This is B1 Lifestyle Live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with multimedia personality April Watts and Rodney Carr and Kristen Bryant from the Eye Care Foundation. We had a full roster this morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me tell you right now, a big weekend for sports fans. Baltimore sports are coming in hot. The Orioles beat the Rays and are headed to the playoffs for the first time in 7 years. And the Ravens are starting their season strong with their win over the Bengals yesterday. That puts them at 2-0. Celebrating Baltimore sports. So let's go with you, Rodney. Let's start. You started off. Are you a big sports fan?
Absolutely.
Okay, you feeling this wave?
Yeah, it's great. I've been an Orioles fan for a long time.
You look like you could play a little bit there. Look at the little shortstop we got here.
Yeah, I got some background in sports.
Okay. All right. Chris, what about you? Do you love the success we're having so far?
Yes, I'm not a big sports fan, but yes, I'm glad the Orioles.
You're like me. We go for the food. We go to hang out.
That's right.
Lady T, is anybody flowing you out since we got
I'm not always there. Food out. Don't have a big. No, but I'm excited about the win. First of all, I wanted to be in that background where they had a little champagne spray and all those.
Yes.
That's the best part of the whole celebration.
Well,
okay.
of champagne,
And yes, I love it.
we got the party girl, April.
I'm the party girl, so I'm always down for a good party.
That's right.
I'm not a huge sports fan, but I'm a fan of competition, and I'm definitely a fan of men in tights. So.
Oh yeah,
baseball, football,
Tights, wow.
tight ends, you know?
But we're winning out here. Baltimore's looking good, so that's fantastic.
Yes.
In the playoffs. Okay, come on now.
Okay, a new TikTok trend. Women are asking their boyfriends and husbands an interesting question. Check it out.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Honestly, at least 3 or 4 times a week.
No, you don't.
I'm serious.
Dead serious?
Yeah.
Now, I don't think I've ever thought about the Roman Empire. April, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Well, I'm a history buff.
Oh, okay.
I love like period television shows and movies and stuff, so I do think about gladiators a lot.
Okay, so here we go back to men in tights. Kristen, what about you? You think about the Roman Empire? You and me. Rodney looked like he's like a little gladiator type.
Gladiator.
Well, I can't help
Get
it.
it Get it together.
As a Christian.
Oh, wait a minute now. Hold up now.
Wait a minute.
He's going deep.
So I'm always in the book. I'm always in the word.
Talking about Pilate and Herod now. He's getting on down there.
This will calm that down. So Lady T speaking Christian.
Why would you come to me after that? No, but you know what? She's right though. April, I do watch all those movies like the Roman Empire, like like 300, Spartacus movies.
300.
Like I watch all that stuff just for the men. I just want to see their bodies, but also history apparently is very important too. So
okay.
Apparently. So they say.
Apparently, so they
We want
say.
you to tell it. How often do you think of the Roman Empire? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, the 2024 election is just a little than a year away. A new poll finds half of the young voters aren't excited about voting. 45% of those 18 to 34 do not think the election will make a significant difference in their lives. The poll was released by Catholic University's Institute for Public Policy. So are we shocked by this? Rodney, are we shocked that the young people, I'm not, that the young people are a little bit...
25 to 34, right?
Yeah, 18 to 30, they're not...
I'm still there.
Well, I think
I'm not.
Are we shocked by this, Rodney? Or do we understand?
I understand working with young adults all the time.
Yeah.
They're just, they lose a lot of interest in things that we think are important. They're just a whole different breed. And we'd be better if we understand them more.
I think we lied to them too much. Kristen, I think we lied to them too much. Oh. Now chickens are coming home to roost.
Yes. Being a mother too, I get it.
Yeah.
We lied to them.
Understand, yeah.
We told them Christopher Columbus discovered America. Lady T, are you shocked by this?
Why are you coming after me?
You're young.
After
You're
that.
young, Lady T.
I know I'm still in that bracket. I'm so excited. One more year to go, and I'm getting kicked out that bracket. One more year.
Come on over, girl.
One more year. I can't. I'm too scared. No, but honestly, yes. That is, you know what? Just like dating, there's not a lot of options when it comes to voting, except if Kamala runs.
April ran out of time, but we know what you think.
Okay.
Yes,
What do you
options.
think? Are you shocked?
Give them options. Not
Okay.
shocked, not shocked at all.
All right, we're going to see you guys later in the show. Again, still ahead, taking control of your finances, how to improve your financial literacy coming up. But first, Ditch the Toolbox will show you an all-new, all-one-and-all tool that shows you how to help around your house for do-it-yourself stuff. Coming up.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Have you had it with lugging around a toolbox for everyday fixes around the house? Stacey Bell is here with a multi-tool that's compact, lightweight, and ready to get the work at home done for America's Steals and Deals. Check this out.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking. So what do you do when you need to hang a picture, but you don't want to dig through your junk drawer for the hammer? We've got something for you. This is called the Kelvin 23. It's a lightweight multi-tool set. 23 tools right here in this. There is a screwdriver, pops out just like that. And then there are 16 different screwdriver bits. And there's also a 6-foot measuring tape. You've got a hammer right here, flashlight, already on right there for you, and then the liquid level. So when the picture has been on the floor for months and you need to hang it, this is going to give you the freedom to do it yourself. It really is all of the essential tools in one compact case. And it's not going to take up a lot of space in your junk drawer. It's so easy. You just store it right there. Look, I am not a tool girl. Toolboxes intimidate me, but this Kelvin 23 is really all I need to take care of those small jobs and some of the big jobs around the house by myself. This is going to be a perfect gift for someone who's getting their first apartment or heading off to college, all of the essential tools. Right now, we're offering up to 33% off the Kelvin 23. Head over to asadeals.com.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Capital One.
Studies show that financial literacy classes help students learn to save. Here to tell us more are Sal Khan, founder of Khan Academy, and Karon Vattel of Capital One. Welcome. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Really well.
So why are we seeing growing interest in financial literacy in schools?
Well, I think for decades, folks have wanted to have some element of financial literacy in schools. You can learn your algebra, you can learn your history, you can learn to write, but if you graduate and you don't understand taxes, you don't know how to budget your income, you don't know how to save for retirement, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. The good news is we have a lot of states passing legislation that's requiring financial literacy courses in middle school and in high school. The problem is that there aren't necessarily folks who are experts in financial literacy in schools, and there aren't curricula to cover that. So we're excited about this partnership. Capital One, a major partner and philanthropic supporter of Khan Academy, we're a not-for-profit with a mission of free world-class education, to be able to create a course that can fill that gap, both in schools, meet the legislative standards, so that students can learn all of that. But even maybe more importantly, as people start to enter their life and they start to have questions about what's title insurance or what's an escrow or when does it make sense to lease versus buy or a tax deduction versus a tax credit, they can go to Khan Academy on the financial literacy course and have those questions answered.
And what are some of the immediate benefits to personal finance classes?
Well, the more you feel empowered, the more you're likely to do things that are going to help you. There's good data that students who take high quality personal finance courses save more money, have more of a cushion, have better credit scores, and the earlier you start, the better.
And how will this new program help bridge the equity gap?
You know, I think this is a moment where information is power. And so we're thrilled that the team at Khan Academy is able to offer these courses online for free to learners of all ages all across the country. We're really focused on helping Americans to thrive. We want everyone everywhere to feel confident, capable, of managing their finances. And we hope that we're creating different financial habits across this country for generations to come.
I love this combination. Can you tell us where we can go for more information?
Yes, let's write it down. Grab your phone or your tablet, your computer. Let's log in. It's CapitalOne.com/Khan. That's KHAN. We really want to change the conversation in this country. There are a lot of entertaining topics and politics to talk about, but we would love to get deeper on financial literacy. So again, CapitalOne.com/Khan.
I love it. Thanks so much, guys. Great information. Okay, have a great day.
Thank you, Mark.
You too.
Escape for a mini vacation in your own backyard. Coming up, the new treats you'll find at your favorite hotels. But first, I will talk to an organization that's dedicated to helping the community focus on better health.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
Eye Care Foundation's mission is to focus on recovering individuals and families from mental and behavioral health issues by providing education, mentorship, and social services. We're joined by Eye Care Foundation Executive Director Rodney Carr and Assistant Director Kristen Bryant. Welcome. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Good,
I am.
Definitely. We look great. So, Rodney, tell me the story behind the creation of your organization.
Well, the creation of our organization was something that was created by my own personal experiences. I have a family that we came from addiction, from my parents. My father overdosed when I was 12 years old and died. So it was something that was really, that impacted my life, and I wanted to be and make a change. One of the other things that happened to me is I also am a person in recovery, and I wanted to be able to help change, because the best help comes from persons like myself who have the experience and the hard-won experience to be able to show another person how to best recover.
I love it. First of all, I love that story. I love the fact that you, like you said, you know the pain and what it takes to get through it, and have an organization that deals with that is so important. In fact, so Kristen, you have a big event coming up that people can come out and support, right?
Yes, I'm so excited. We have Eye Care Foundation's first inaugural gala, and we have a great lineup of guests. We are honoring the basketball great Ernie Graham.
Yeah.
Wow. We're also honoring Councilwoman Felicia Porter. We also honoring Pastor Dante Duckett, who's big in the community.
Yeah.
And the Black Professional Men's Organization.
Great organization.
Yes, and Baltimore Ravens' Jamil McClain will also be a list of our guests that we're honoring.
I love it.
But we also have the great April Watts, who will be our MC.
The April Watts.
April Watts.
April Watts.
Oh, wow.
Be MCing our...
You spent a lot of money for her.
Yes. Honoring our event. It's this Saturday.
Yeah.
And our keynote speaker is no one other than the Mark.
I've heard of him.
Yes.
You guys you spent a lot of money on him, too. So that's going to be a great event, guys. And so, Rodney, give us one of your success stories. You have so many. Just give us one of them. Aside from yourself.
Okay, well, wow. I never really look at it like that. I never really look at myself as one of those success stories. But one of my favorite is our security staff. Most of our security staff came through our program. And they're now, what we're doing now, we're stretching them into different opportunities, because the security was a very low-level job for them. It was just something that I thought of and was like, how can we get them involved? And the more they got involved, the more responsibility I gave them. And now we got one guy he's helping out Chris. He's become basically our #1 guy when it comes to things. And last but not least, somebody who's very, very important to me in the overall eye care movement is our Dee Calderon. She's now our office manager down in Glen Burnie. She came through the program. She was right there on my side. She volunteered for 7 months. I couldn't pay her. Only thing I could do was pay her cell phone and buy her lunch. And if you know her, she loves to eat. So I knew I had it then.
That's a great story. How can people get tickets? How can they follow the success? And how can people contact you if they need help?
Well, the best way you can get tickets is to go to our website. That's www.icarefound.org. You can get tickets there. You can go to Eventbrite and get tickets, or you can follow our Facebook page, Eye Care Foundation, and our IG page at Eye Care Found. Grab some tickets. We still got about 40 to 50 tickets left.
All right, let's sell this out.
Yeah. We still are taking sponsors and donors. It doesn't stop. This is a year-round thing, so if you can't catch us now, stay in tune, stay contacted, and keep coming back.
Guys, great job. I'm so proud of your organization and what you're doing, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for joining us. Okay, time now for your best weather in America with meteorologist Jasmine Lomax. What's up, Jasmine?
We are just a few days away from the start of fall, but it already looks like fall in parts of the country. These photos coming in from Cascade Springs in Utah, just stunning. You can see that beautiful fall foliage. The leaves have already started to change colors. Here's another view with the mountains in the background. Just stunning over there. Plenty of sunshine. For us, we had more of a gloomy start, waking up to a little bit of rain, but this afternoon that rain tapers and it looks great. We'll welcome in some sunshine with nice and warm temperatures. temperatures. We're also talking a dry stretch of days through Friday, and then the next weather maker arrives for the weekend, and that means showers on Saturday and Sunday. Our temperatures this afternoon will reach the upper 70s and the low 80s. We'll have some more sunshine, and at times it could be breezy with wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Notice on the future scan, we're talking more sunshine by noon. We're still looking at a few clouds lingering along the eastern shore and possibly a few stray showers. But for the evening, mostly dry around the state. The clouds begin to clear and will stay nice and mostly quiet overnight. We'll start tomorrow morning with cool temperatures and clear skies. Then for the afternoon, plenty of sunshine. It'll be a gorgeous day if you're looking to go outside for a walk or run or doing some yard work. It looks good all day long with those sunny skies. We'll stay dry through the rest of the work week, and then we've got the chance for scattered showers on Saturday and a few spotty showers on Sunday. The weekend won't be a washout. We're keeping watch on 3 areas in the Atlantic Basin. The first, a wave is expected to emerge off the coast of Africa, and it has a high chance of formation over the next 7 days. Meanwhile, Hurricane Nigel is over the open Atlantic, and it could strengthen into a major hurricane, but staying away from the U.S. There's another area in yellow closer to the U.S., and that has a low chance of formation over the next 7 days, but we'll still monitor that area. Today, our temperatures gradually rise to the upper 70s and low 80s. Rain chances continue to taper, and then we're looking at a beautiful day tomorrow, 80 and sunny. Then we remain in the 80s for the end of summer. Summer ends on Friday, and then for the start of fall on Saturday, 74, 77 on Sunday with a chance for showers over the weekend. After that, temperatures remain in the upper 70s.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Sonesta.
Sonesta ES Suites has unveiled its latest offerings to enhance the guest experience, a reinvented and diverse complimentary breakfast buffet that is bound to satisfy every palate. Here's Julie Lofrady with more.
Build your own breakfast taco, pancakes with toppings, baked goods to oatmeal and coffee. Sonesta ES Suites wows hungry hotel guests with its all-new complimentary breakfast buffet.
So what I really love is the breakfast taco bar. We call it the Versa Taco, and that way you can make your own taco in the morning by putting eggs and a meat and some potatoes and fresh toppings. Or if you're trying to go on like a low carb diet, then you can just do no tortilla and you can make your own breakfast bowl, which I really like. So you can just use the eggs and maybe some cheese, fresh tomato, lettuce, and top it with some of our hot sauces that we have on our buffet.
Peter Laufer, Corporate Director of Food and Beverage Operations at Sonesta, says they teamed up with Kellogg's to offer convenient, on-the-go favorite cereal options for the whole family.
Cereal is a breakfast staple for our families, and we are excited to be partnering with Kellogg's. At Sonesta, we strive to provide more options, convenience, and value to our guests. And this new breakfast program is one way we accomplish that, by providing quality items and focusing on versatility within our offerings.
And Sonesta guests have plenty of other choices too, from dog-friendly rooms, even sleep packages. But when it comes to the rising cost of food, saving on breakfast can make a big impact for a family on the road.
At Sonesta, we really think of the traveler and what they're looking for in their hotel experience. What better way to deliver top quality service than to offer a breakfast program that meets the needs of all of our travelers? Whether they're looking to start their day with something healthy, whether they're fueling up for a hard day at work, or whether they want something fun for the whole family to enjoy.
For more, go to Sonesta.com.
Still ahead is the new question that's going viral on TikTok. We'll take a closer look at the history question that's sparking debate.